Since I picked up my new 9mm Ruger LCR revolver, a lot of people have been asking me if I was going to do a review of it. They want to know how this little gun functions. Well, I thought I'd take a moment today to make a quick review, and it shouldn't take long because it's a very simple little gun, and let everyone know how it did at the range. Now, first I want to talk about the build quality of the gun. I'm usually not a big fan of Ruger's polymer guns. I just don't think they're built all that well. The tolerances aren't very tight, but this is very well made. Now, they're all steel revolvers, like their single actions and their double actions, like the SP101, etc. They're all really well put together, but their polymer guns, not so much. This, even though it does have a polymer part to it, is just as well put together as their all steel guns. It's a gun that no one would ever be ashamed of being seen with. It's put together well, and it's finished well. Everything's nice and smooth, the tolerances are tight, and everything is where it should be, and everything is burr-free and nick-free. Now, like I said, this gun does have some polymer parts here. That's what makes it kind of unique. This mainspring housing here, the grip tang and the trigger guard, they're all polymer. Now, on the 38 Special guns, the frame is aluminum and it has a stainless steel barrel insert here, and the cylinder is stainless steel. But on this gun, since it is the 9mm, the frame is also stainless steel. It's just been colored black. It does also have a metal trigger, and it is a push-button release to release the cylinder. One thing they seem to have added on the new LCRs that wasn't on my original LCRs is they now have this white front sight. That made a big difference. That's very nice and very easy to see, although I would replace this probably with a fiber optic sight. Now, as you can clearly see, this gun has no external hammer, so it is a double action only revolver, which I'm usually not a big fan of, but I will have to say that Ruger has perfected the double action trigger for a revolver. This trigger is smooth and even. There seems to be almost no stacking, if any stacking whatsoever. It's just consistent and clean and breaks nicely every time. If you're going to have a double action trigger in a revolver, I can't think of a better one than this trigger. Now, the grip on the gun is a little bit small, but you can get bigger grips. There's a good variety of grips available for this, like this purple one. It didn't come with this. I put this on here as my little tribute to Prince. This is my Purple Pain gun instead of Purple Rain. So you can get different grips. You can get one that has a 3-finger grip. You can even get laser grips for it. Now, at the range, it can be a little snappy because it is a small, lightweight gun shooting a plus P 9mm, but it's still very controllable, and that smooth trigger makes it pretty easy to hit your target. Now, I do want to point out that in this video, I am holding it a little bit low on the grip so that the gun will recoil a little more than it normally would. I'm doing that so I can test whether the bullets are going to jump the crimp. You know, bullet creep can be a problem in revolvers that are chambered for semi-automatic rounds, so you do have to be aware of that. And I'll have another video on that coming soon, but as long as you choose good ammo that's appropriate for a semi-automatic revolver, you shouldn't have a problem, and you should have a really good shooting experience with this gun. It's really easy to use. The sights are easy to use, the gun is easy to get a good grip on. It's really a great gun for an up-close and personal self-defense situation. And if you had to take a shot at some longer distances, like maybe 20 yards or more, it's still more than capable if you take your time and you do it right. Now, two things about this gun being 9mm. Since it is 9mm, it doesn't have as small of a cylinder. It's got a little bit larger cylinder. On the 38 Specials, you'll know this tapers down more right here. This is more thick right here, just like the 357 ones. Now, since it is a 9mm gun, it also uses moon clips. Now, I haven't always been a big fan of moon clips, but I've really taken to them lately. And the ones Ruger gives you with the guns, with the little cutouts between the rounds there, makes the moon clips really easy to use. You don't even need a tool for these. These are awesome. And the real advantage to using the moon clips is it makes reloads so easy and so quick. So overall, I have to say this is an amazing gun. I love it. If I had to rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, it would easily be an 8. The only thing that keeps it from being a 9 is I would prefer to have a hammer. I'm not the biggest fan of double action only guns, especially in small revolvers. But like I said, Ruger actually did it right. So if you do like double action guns, you're definitely going to like this one. I personally would just rather have the hammer for a single action option. When you're making a longer shot with this short of a sight radius, I would rather have that single action so I'd have as light a trigger pull as possible so I can make the best shot possible. And that's the reason why I sold this 9mm gun. And that's no reflection on how good the gun is. The gun is great. I just don't want it in double action only. So what I'm going to end this review with is saying that that gun is amazing, but it'd be even more amazing if Ruger would do the LCR X, the double action, single action model in the 9mm, or do it in 327 Magnum or even 357 Magnum. It's only available in 38 Special right now. So Ruger, come on, let's get some more caliber options for the LCR X, because once you do that, I think you might just have the best concealed carry revolver on the market. my real dad.